We know that the Ethereum and Dogecoin bridge is just around the corner, but many holders aren't aware of the massive impact it's going to have on Doge when it comes out. Some new data suggests that Dogecoin is going to explode because of this bridge. So, let's take a look at it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $100 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite cryptocurrency. Read our description for more info about it. The winner will be announced on 18th August. Now, let's get started with today's video. Recently, because of the new London fork update, more than 38k ETH was burned. That amounts to more than $120 million, and it is estimated that it has reduced the net issuance of new Ethereum by 35%. Now, if we look at its price, it has been rising since the London fork update came out. We have to keep in mind that this happened because a huge amount of ETH was burnt recently. Of course, there were other reasons like the new update about the infrastructure bill. But the fact is that ETH grew more than Bitcoin and perhaps even Doge during the same time period. And this has huge implications for Dogecoin. Before I tell you about it, let's talk about what Fundstrat has to say about this. Basically, they said that the deflationary effects on Ethereum's circulating supply have resulted in its positive price performance. Now, coming back to Doge, look at this. Doge Labs is going to create a Doge burn wallet that is going to set it to the deflationary mode. It says here that they hope that this is going to offset the inflationary growth and increase Dogecoin's price. The point is that what Doge Labs hoped would happen for Doge is already happening for ETH after huge quantities were burned. And this means that Doge is going to see the exact same rise after the new bridge comes out. But that's not all. As I said, it's going to be a game changer for Dogecoin. Take a look at this article. It talks about how Ethereum has finally moved over Bitcoin when it comes to trading volume on Coinbase. Now, it's a pretty big deal because Coinbase is one of the biggest crypto exchanges out there. It also says here that Bitcoin trading volumes have fallen by 39% since Q1, while Ethereum volumes have increased by 23% in the same time period. It says that Coinbase attributed this rise to the expansion of the DeFi and NFT ecosystems, as well as increased demand for its Ethereum 2 staking product. And because of all this, it seems that ETH is on its way to take over Bitcoin to become the largest crypto in the world. And after the new bridge comes out, we'll see Doge benefit from all these things as well. Now, let's talk about some more interesting news about Doge and crypto from today. This one's my favorite. It says here that you can now buy used Tesla cars with Dogecoin. Basically, Bots Inc., which is a global tech firm specializing in DeFi applications, said that it will allow local car dealerships to accept Doge for pre-owned Tesla cars. While it isn't an official announcement from Elon Musk, I still think that it's a pretty big deal because you can finally pay in Doge to buy a Tesla. Now, another interesting news about mass adoption was that the US government is offering crypto to dark web informants. Basically, this proves that the US government thinks crypto is legitimate enough to be used as a payment method. Personally, I think this huge endorsement from the government is going to bring in a lot of new holders into the market. Moving forward, another interesting news came from Argentina. Its president said that he'll probably accept crypto as a legal tender. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts by accepting Dogecoin after its new update comes out. And if that happens, millions of dollars will come into Dogecoin from Argentina. Now, before we talk about some price predictions, I'd like to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So, you should definitely do proper research before investing anything into crypto. Now, moving forward to the predictions, many analysts think that Bitcoin is going to six figures by the end of this year. And as I said in the previous video, this is totally in line with the stock-to-flow model. Starting with the first analyst, Bloomberg Intelligence's Mike McGlone said that it's still got plenty of room to get to the old high, and guess what? If it just follows Ethereum, it goes to $100,000. Before I talk about the next analysis, it's important to understand that we're talking about Bitcoin because Doge is closely following its trajectory at the moment. So, if Bitcoin goes to six figures by December, it would mean that Doge is probably going to hit $1 in December too. Moving forward, the second analyst was from Fundstrat. He said that, with Bitcoin crossing above its 200-day moving average, we think it will rally strongly. And then there was Emily Choi, the president at Coinbase Global. She said that crypto is going to be a major source of tax revenue to fund infrastructure. That is a very positive thing. It's no longer a fringe thing. It has ultimately entered the mainstream here. This seemed like a setback, there's no doubt about it. But we're playing the long game here. Now, I have to agree with her. Since crypto is becoming a part of the new tax rules, it is basically going to become unstoppable. If you think about it, the chances of it being banned are nearly zero from here. This is because cryptos like Doge and Bitcoin are directly going to power the infrastructure of the United States. Moving forward, let's look at the other key data points that'll help us predict the next prices for Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Let's start with the first off-chain data. The total supply of Bitcoin owned by long-term holders recently reached an all-time high of 82.7%. At the same time, the supply pool of short-term holders has decreased to around 20%. Now, interestingly, Glassstone's analysis team says that whenever the short-term holder supply ratio falls below 20%, a major supply squeeze follows. If you don't know, a supply squeeze is a supply shortage that mostly helps to drive the value of the given asset higher. Now, moving on to another data point, for the first time since September 2020, Bitcoin transactions exceeding $1 million have increased by a factor of more than 2. And then the next data point comes from Santiment, which said that Bitcoin wallet addresses holding between 100 and 10,000 BTC do not plan to sell anytime soon. The total Bitcoins held by these addresses is now 9.2 million. Moving on, the next data point comes from the on-chain analytics firm Cryptoquant. They said that the Bitcoin reserves on derivatives exchanges have continued to fall to levels seen in May, when Bitcoin was at its all-time high. And the last one talks about how more people are buying crypto to protect themselves from new monetary policies by central banks. So basically, all this data suggests that we're going up from here. Coming back to Dogecoin, it's currently trading at around 32 cents. I think it's pretty great that it has held the 30-cent mark really well in the last 24 hours. Personally, I think we are heading to 35 cents this week since Doge broke above the key resistance level of 32 cents. In any case, let me know what you think will happen in the comments section below. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.